Show me the charts, I'll tell you the news. And again, this would be this sort of invalidation if we start breaking up above this. Now, I'm going to raise my alert because this keeps going up. 5.1.3% is it keeps going off sell crypto. I'm going to raise this and put it to here. Why here? There's a bit of support resistance in that zone, right? And none of this is exact. It's just experience. And, there's even another trend line in here we could draw, which I think I'll massage a bit here. But we saw support, kind of resistance there, and it was all to look at. But, the more we're looking at that other people aren't looking at can really help us. And so, why is this laying out? I think I need it in logarithmic mode. Somehow that got out. Okay, now I can resize it. Somehow it got out of log mode. All right, there you go. If you're not familiar, by the way, down here in the right corner, if you're looking at a long-term time frame over like multiple years, you should be in logarithmic mode. It's a little bit of art and science as well. In this auto fit, it kind of fits it to the screen. Let's see though. Actually, that kind of bejiggers the whole lower trend line. So maybe I will undo that. All right, but it lets me resize it again now. Okay, so I take that back. And not in log mode. There's no exact right way and wrong way to do these things. Typically, I'm in log mode on longer time frames. At any rate, I thought this was more along the lower time frame before. At any rate, I'll play around with this and see if I can get this more intact, but it doesn't really matter. We know that this was crypto correction zone. We've come back down, we're pushing up. If we see that it holds here, breaks up above this 6.24%, and I'm going to relabel that, then we know we've got some trouble. And I had originally suggested that we have a deeper correction into summer and then come back. Let's keep an eye on this. I would love to see this coming down, though. I'll be watching this for us. Coming down to triple or double test this lower trend line, but down below. That's what we want to see. And the double bounce. Okay, so that's kind of long-winded as well. And let's jump over to take a look at some altcoins. And we can also look at some other things on the macro side. But I'm not really a macro guy. I'm more of a trader. So before we go into 1 hour, 4 hour, by the way, you guys know we're looking for that ERI and that TSI to start pushing higher there. On these other charts, not much else to see. Bitcoin sometimes gives on the different versions of it, not much to see. The cycles kind of didn't work so well. So, I was a little bit leery going into that cycle low to see if that was going to do anything, and not completely sold on those yet. Let's take a look at total market cap. Also some, rainy skies up ahead potentially on the daily, weekly time frames. Still a lot of sell pressure up at that prior cycle high on the total market cap. We have to keep that in mind. A lot of it is Bitcoin. So the question is, where is that money going to come from to take out all of these sellers and shorts? That is the downside. Okay, we've got more sellers above than we do on the buyer side. Still, the risk reward is to start dollar cost averaging down on these buy blocks, but with stop losses or with powder dry to kind of buy some more on the downside. So we're back to, on the one hand, on the other hand, let's see if we have any other clues here. Now, Ethereum has not been performing well. A lot of this sell pressure is likely Ethereum. You guys may want to hold your ETH. I saw a news article that the government starting to buy a lot of it. We don't know that. We can't confirm that. Let the charts tell us what it is likely going to do. Total 3 is looking a bit better. It came right down in this buy zone, and it's starting to put in a higher low. So what we want to do here is on the total 3, this would be an early sign that altcoin season is coming back around, because of course this is everything but Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's say if we get up above that, this is a buy alts zone, because that would indicate money's flowing into the altcoins. And the other clue on that is the others. This is sort of the everything but the top 10. Now, this also suggests that not all of the altcoins, only the better ones, would be going higher. This is still clearly in a downtrending channel. So these would be our lower cap alts and not the top 10. So it kind of inherently tells me that the leading alts, the top 10 alts, are going to really kind of outperform, like Solana. Keep coming back to Solana. And total DeFi here, also still in a downtrend, not quite there yet. Lots of sellers overhead. So guys, we just really have to see some money coming back into this market. And so these are the clues